Hey, this is Mike. I got something to show you. I'm not sure how to break this to you, but well, I guess I'll just show you. Alright, so I've been doing some work in the yard today. I know it's a holiday weekend, but we went camping last weekend, so we're staying home this weekend, getting some work done, doing some weeding. And over here, of course, is the trailer. Right there. Boom, the trailer. And we took it out last weekend up off a pretty rough dirt road. It did great. So I thought, and so I'm just, always looking at ways to improve it, ways to mod it, ways to make it a little bit better. And I was looking around at a way to lengthen the tongue. I want the tongue to be a little bit longer. I was measuring and poking around underneath it, and noticed something. So here it is, and the distance here between the wheel and coupler is too short. I think that needs to be a bit longer because it's really hard to back it up. It wants to turn too sharp, easy to jackknife. It's really hard to back up. So I was gonna make that a little bit longer. I was thinking like, 2 feet, not 2 feet, but at least a foot longer. Honestly, what had just occurred to me was that I could mount a spare tire there in front of this box, the tongue box. I could extend the tongue out a bunch, move the tongue box forward, and put a spare tire behind it. And I'd have room probably for the spare tire and some gas, maybe some water, at least gas, like a propane cylinder. So then I was poking around underneath, looking at the structure there underneath. Let me show you what I found. Ooh, look at that. Yeah, that's no bueno. It is completely detached and ripped off of that cross member on both sides. Look at that other side. Look at that other side. They're both ripped. Yeah, looks like it was bolted on. I thought it was welded, but it's bolted there in the front. The fact that it's not welded might make it easier to fix that. Of course, there's the manufacturer label there. So looks like I might be replacing that whole thing all the way up to the front.
Dad?
So that should be fun. What?
Can we do Pokemon?
Nope. All right, so here's the trailer, and I'm gonna go ahead and assess the damage. I'm gonna start by taking the tongue box off, and then I'll probably pull off the brake controllers, and then see if I can just pull off the tongue. I think it's just bolted on there, so this might not be that hard to fix. We'll wait and see. Anyway, check it out. So if you look at the way the trailer is constructed, this whole beam that runs all the way down that everything's attached to is really thick angle metal, and that runs all the way up to where this attaches. You can see the end of it right there, and it's the same on the other side. So what I think I'll do is I'll weld in another piece right behind this one and then probably rip this one out, and then that's what I'll attach the new tongue to. I'll put in a good piece there and a good piece here on the front edge, and I think that should do it. I'll probably make it really nice and secure and have a new trailer, weld a new trailer tongue out of steel and have it come out a little bit farther, and then I'll take the tongue box and I'll put the tongue box back on the trailer, and then we'll be back in business. Well, I'm actually pretty glad that I found out about this today. It's Saturday. Of course, it's the first day of the Labor Day 3-day weekend, and we were going to go camping. Well, we were invited to go camping, and I always want to go camping. This cool place down by June Lake with our friends, and didn't go. We were going to stay home, got some housework to do, got some yard stuff to do, so we stayed home. And I'm always tinkering with this thing. I'm trying to find a way to support the lid so that I can put an awning off of it. So I was poking around, and I had been wanting to extend the tongue of the trailer so that I can get it farther away from the truck, because I think that'll make it easier to back up, and plus it's prone to jackknifing, so I want to eliminate that problem too by extending it far enough back from the truck so that it won't jackknife and hit the bin there, crush that again, which has happened a couple times. Not by me, of course, other people. Anyway, so I got the trailer propped up, got the tongue ripped off, I got the front bin ripped off, and I got a plan for how to put it back together. I don't think it's going to be that bad. The whole, both edges of the trailer are really burly angle metal. So I'm going to probably weld straight to those. The rest of the trailer is C-channel, so it was up, down, around, and it looks like it's bent that way. So it's not super strong. It's like bent sheet metal. It's not super strong. Doesn't look really bad, but obviously it's not strong enough for what we've been doing. Which, if you've been watching the channel, we've been going up some pretty rough roads with the trailer. It's been bouncing around a little bit. Doesn't have really heavy loads. I mean, it's certainly not more than 1,000 pounds total, I don't believe. 1,200 at most. Anyway, I think I'm going to probably use 2 pieces of metal to form the triangle, and then another piece of metal to go across between the two. And then I was thinking about lengthening it enough that I can put one of those 265, 75, 16 spare tires just in front of the main box of the trailer, and then put the tongue box in front of that, so I'll have a spare tire always on the trailer. I haven't been running one, honestly, because I feel like if I got a flat, they probably wouldn't even squish down enough with the weight of the trailer. So I haven't tested that. I need to test that, but obviously I can't do that now. Anyway, so that's where we are right now. Stay tuned for updates on the progress here. I don't have a welder myself, but my buddy Sean does. My brother-in-law Dave has a welder, and I have an angle grinder. So should be all right. Should be able to get this all put back together with a little help from the friends. Anyway, thanks for watching, and subscribe if you want to see what happens to the Aerotow. See you later. Happy trails.